Howdy folks, Virtual Schmied here with you guys today talking about OneNote, some basics about it, and how to keep the best digital notebook that you will ever see. It's going to be so much superior to a paper notebook, you'll wonder why we ever use paper in the first place. Alright, first we got to find OneNote. Mine is pinned here to that, but you might have to search for it. So just search for OneNote. I think the 2016 version is probably going to serve us best in general. Your teacher might have you use a different version for a different reason. So when I open up OneNote, I'm going to pretend that I'm a student in Mr. Coons' first hour. So I would find Mr. Coons' first period chemistry notebook. And when I go there, I'll see welcome, a content library. We'll come back to the content library. And then I see my name. This is my notebook. And the only people that have access to it are me as the student and whoever the teacher is for this notebook. And you'll see the tabs here, whatever your teacher may have set up for you. And I just want to start taking some notes. So maybe these are going to be notes on atoms. I'm just going to start taking notes about atoms. And one thing that's really great about OneNote, you can start typing really wherever you want on this blank notebook page. So maybe here I'm going to put my definitions. And just like in Microsoft Word, you can add some bullet points. So here's my definition tab. Or maybe over here, we're going to be doing a lab. So I need my steps for my lab, and then I can just do some numbers here. Step 1, wash your hands. Step 2. So stuff like that, just basic things. Or maybe my definitions, I know that electrons is going to be a really important definition, so I can come up here and just like do everything that you would normally do. I can bold it, I can change the color, and I can highlight it. So I know that that electron definition is important. Future me is going to know that's important for some reason. Or maybe you are doing some notes and you're taking some data from a lab, so you need to insert a table. So I'm going to go up here to Insert, Table, and it's very, very similar to Microsoft Word. You can insert that table. So maybe here I'm taking some trials. It's going to be time. And one thing that I like about it is it automatically stretches and shrinks to fit whatever words you're putting in there. You can make a table very, very quickly, very, very easily. One other thing you can do is you can insert files. So let's say I'm going to make myself a fresh page. Let's say I wrote an English essay, and it is the best essay ever. It's a solid essay. But I want to insert it into my notebook. If you go up to Insert, I want to insert a file printout because I want it to appear just right here. And I'm going to find my best essay ever. It's on my desktop. It's titled Best Essay Ever. And it inserts as a printout. So there is my best essay ever. And from here, I can go through and annotate stuff on that. So maybe you already have material that you've already created and you want to put it into OneNote. That is really easy to do with either the file printout or the file attachment. Okay, another thing you might want to do is maybe you've got some notes just on paper that you want to insert, because maybe you prefer to take notes by hand, but you also still want to keep a digital notebook. We can do that. So down here by hand, I am taking the best notes ever, but I want these digital now. We've got a couple different options for doing that. So I went down and I found the camera app, and I just took a picture of my notes. So there's the best notes ever. Now I want to insert those into my page. So I can make another page. These are going to be the best notes ever. And I already took these on paper. I don't want to have to take them again digitally, so I can go to you guys today talking about Sorry, that was me. So here's my best notes ever, and I'm going to go to Insert and then Picture. It should be somewhere on my camera roll. There it is. I can insert my picture. And there's my notes digitally now. There's another way that you can insert some pictures. Let's say you wanted to insert an online picture. So maybe you're taking notes about, I don't know, the women's suffrage movement. And you want to add some pictures to it. You can go here, search that up. And one thing that I like about this is it searches only Creative Commons, so that I know I am allowed to use these pictures. There's no copyright issues. And I'm going to take this picture and I'm going to insert that into my notes so you can get pictures offline as well and insert them into your notes that way. Maybe there's another way you want to take notes as well. Audio and video recording. So what I can do is I can go to, let's say I want to record a little future thing for myself. I want to record some audio. So I want to record that I need to remember that the women's suffrage movement came to fruition in 1920 and women got the right to vote from the 19th Amendment. You need to remember that. Now, I've got a little audio note here so that whenever I come back to this, I can play that audio note. So something that I studied and knew before, I can come back to later. You can also do the same thing if you wanted to insert a little video of yourself. You could record a video of yourself as well. All right, let's start talking about the content library. So let's say your teacher has put something into this content library that they want you to copy from their notebook into your notebook. So I can go to the content library here, and I see all the stuff that Mr. Coons has put in, and he's asked me to get the copy of the syllabus. So I'm going to come over here. I'm going to right-click on the page that I want, and then I'm going to go to Move or Copy. And you might have some different options. I want to make sure I'm putting it in my chemistry notebook and not a different notebook. There is my name, which means that is my notebook, and I'm going to put that straight into Unit 0. I hit Copy. And now when I go to my notebook, I see that page in there now. So I went from the content library, I've taken that, and now this is my copy. I can annotate it, I can do whatever I want to it, and if I ever need a fresh copy, I can go back to the content library and get a fresh copy if I ever needed to do that. All right, let's talk about another tool. Let's talk about the draw tool. So let's say that you had to draw something on here. You would go up to draw. If you have a stylus for your computer, that's going to be an easy way to draw. I don't have a stylus, but I can do this button up here, draw with touch. So there might be a lot of different things that you need to draw, but for right now, Mr. Coons has asked me to sign my syllabus, so I'm going to sign the syllabus, and then I'll give it to my mom, and my mom will sign the syllabus. Yeah, it's really my mom, trust me. So that's one way you can draw with touch. Maybe you wanted to draw some H2O molecules because you're taking chemistry notes. That is awesome. There's also a way that you can draw with shapes. So let's say that I wanted to make a really nice atom. So I can insert here a shape, and I can make myself a nice circle. Look at that atom. It's beautiful. So occasionally useful to do those things with shapes as well. All right, one more tool that I want to show you guys that I think you will use a lot, not just in OneNote, but for other applications as well. So I'm still in my notebook. I'm going to go back to my notes on atoms. Maybe I'm watching a video or something and I see a really great diagram and I don't want to have to recreate it. I just want the diagram. The snipping tool is what we're going to use. So you might already have the snipping tool here. If not, it's literally just called the snipping tool. I just search snip. And what this is going to allow me to do is take a snip, a screenshot, not the whole screen, but just what I want from anything. So let's say I go to, oh, I don't know. I'm going to go to my Bitmoji room. Maybe somebody wants me to insert a snip of this. So here's Miss Bergham's Bitmoji room. I need to snip it. I'm going to go here, and then you can go to New, and then it kind of gives you this, and I just want to take a snip of this room, and there it is. From here, we've got a couple options for using this picture. Option number 1, copy paste. So I'm going to copy this from here. I know I want that snip, and I'm going to paste it into my notebook there, where I can then resize it, drag it around. So I can use the snipping tool to just snip something straight off my screen, put it into my notebook. There's another option for the snipping tool. Once I've had this snip, I can save it. So I can go to File, Save As, and maybe you have to upload something to, say, Schoology. You have to upload a file there. You have to prove that you've done something. You can take a snip. It's going to save it as a JPEG on my desktop. I'm going to call it the best snip ever. Now it's saved as a picture. So I can, if I wanted to do that inserting a picture, I can do it that way as well. So there's my snip. I can find it on the desktop. The best snip ever. Same thing. All right, last couple things about OneNote before we're gone, folks. The syncing. So occasionally your teacher has the power to push stuff directly into your notebook. So maybe they want you to do an activity for the day the night before, your teacher can push it directly into your notebook. Doesn't always work perfectly though, so here's how we can troubleshoot that. If your notebook your teacher says there's a page in there, but you're just not seeing it, you might need to sync your notebook. It might just need to load. So you can right click and do sync this notebook now, or go to notebook sync status. I'm going to sync this notebook right now. And then we see that little green circle there. That means that this notebook is syncing. So anything that maybe Mr. Coons pushed out, if I'm not seeing it, I can sync my notebook there. I can go back to my notebook and I'll see whatever he needed me to see. Alrighty, folks, I think that's it for this Virtual Schmied. I hope that you use OneNote as a really great empowerment tool to make the best notebook that you've ever seen digitally. Virtual Schmied, out.